Wait, what if I told you that the secret to a thriving spring garden actually starts right now, in chilly October? Sounds crazy, right? Most people think fall means shutting down the garden, but in Zone 7, that's when the magic truly begins. There's one thing every beginner misses, and it's the reason their garlic never bulbs up, their onions stay thin, and their winter beds fail. But before I reveal that, let me ask you this. Would you skip planting in the 1 month that could double your harvest next year? I hope not, because October is the golden window when nature quietly resets your garden for success. Today, I'm going to walk you through the exact planting secrets that Zone 7 gardeners use to grow garlic, onions, and winter crops that thrive even when frost hits. Stick with me till the end. There's a step that even experienced gardeners often overlook, and it makes the difference between an average garden and a legendary one. Let's start with a shocking truth. Most gardeners waste October. They clean up, cover their beds, and wait for spring. But the soil in Zone 7 is still alive and active this month, and that means it's ready to work for you. The biggest mistake? Ignoring that window when the soil temperature sits between 50 and 60 degrees. That's the perfect range for root crops like garlic and onions to quietly establish themselves underground. While most people are sipping cocoa indoors, your garden is secretly growing an underground empire of roots. Garlic cloves are forming strong foundations, onion sets are waking up slowly, and leafy greens like spinach and kale are preparing for a cold-resistant comeback. There's one simple soil tweak that makes all this possible, and we'll get to that in just a minute. But first, you need to understand why Zone 7's fall conditions are so powerful. Unlike colder zones, Zone 7 gets gentle winters. That means your plants can root deeply without freezing. By spring, they explode with growth, while others are just starting. The key is knowing what to plant, how to space it, and most importantly, how to time it. Now let's talk garlic, the superstar of fall planting. In Zone 7, the sweet spot to plant garlic is right around mid-October. Why? Because the soil is cool enough to prevent rot, but warm enough for roots to form. Each clove should go 2 inches deep, pointy side up, about 4 inches apart. Simple, right? But here's what most beginners miss. They skip the pre-chill stage. Garlic actually needs that cold dormancy period to form large, tight bulbs. Without it, your garlic ends up small and weak. One secret ingredient can help your garlic fight off rot and pests naturally. I'll tell you that in a moment, but let's move to onions first. Fall onions, especially short day varieties like Texas, early grano, or candy, love the Zone 7 climate. If you plant them in October, they'll grow strong roots all winter and shoot up lush tops in early spring. Here's a quick trick. Plant your onion sets in raised beds for better drainage. Zone 7 gets plenty of winter rain, and soggy soil can kill your crop before it even begins. Sprinkle a light layer of straw mulch. Not only does it protect the roots, but it keeps the soil temperature steady, which onions absolutely love. Now wait before you rush to plant. Here's something that might shock you. Even if you plant garlic and onions perfectly, you could still fail if you ignore this one invisible factor. It's not fertilizer, it's not watering, it's soil microbes. Yes, those tiny unseen workers are the real heroes. When you feed your soil with compost or organic matter this month, you're not just improving texture. You're creating a living network that helps plants absorb nutrients all winter long. Remember that secret ingredient I mentioned? It's worm castings. Mix just a handful into each planting hole and you'll see your garlic and onions grow thicker stalks, deeper roots, and stronger disease resistance. Nature rewards you when you feed the soil first. So here's the question. Are you feeding your soil or just your plants? Now that your garlic and onions are tucked in, let's talk about crops that actually love the chill. If you've ever dreamed of harvesting greens in December, Zone 7 makes that possible. Think kale, spinach, collards, and carrots. They thrive in cool temperatures and even taste sweeter after a light frost. But there's a hidden rule here: timing. You can't just scatter seeds anytime and expect results. You need to sow these crops about 6 to 8 weeks before the first hard frost, which for most Zone 7 areas means early to mid-October. The plants will grow small before winter, then pause during the coldest weeks and burst back into growth as soon as the days lengthen. And here's another pattern interrupt: do not overwater in fall. Beginners think cooler weather means less evaporation, so they keep watering, but that's what triggers fungal issues. Instead, water deeply once a week and let the soil breathe. Want a pro tip? Create a mini greenhouse effect using low tunnels or simple frost covers. You don't need fancy equipment. Even plastic hoops and garden fabric can protect your crops and extend your harvest into February. Imagine pulling fresh spinach from your garden while everyone else is scraping frost off their car windows. That's the real Zone 7 advantage. But here's the part nobody talks about: the emotional win of winter gardening. While others think the season is over, you'll still feel that connection to the soil, that quiet rhythm of life continuing under the frost. You'll walk into your garden in January, brush aside a little snow, and see green life pushing through. That feeling? That's victory. And it all starts with the decision you make right now in October. Most gardeners give up too soon. You're not most gardeners. So, let's recap the real Zone 7 October planting secrets. Start with rich, living soil fed by compost and worm castings. Plant your garlic and onions mid-October when soil temps hover around 55 degrees. Choose winter-hardy greens like kale, spinach, and collards. Water wisely, mulch generously, and protect your beds with simple frost covers. Remember, gardening isn't about waiting for perfect weather. It's about understanding the rhythm of nature. Zone 7 gives you that sweet balance of mild winters and early springs. Use it. Because when April comes and your garlic bulbs are fat and golden while others are just starting seeds, you'll know why October mattered. Now I want to hear from you. What's your favorite fall crop to plant in Zone 7? Drop it in the comments. And if this helped, hit subscribe so you never miss another garden secret. Your best harvest starts today, right beneath your feet.